No one is talking about this, and they should be. Every year, there's one Raven player who flies completely under the radar before becoming a fan favorite, and I think Adam Randall has a chance to be that guy. From being one of the top wide receiver recruits in the country, to battling back from a torn ACL, to completely changing his position at Clemson, his path to the NFL was nothing short of ordinary. But now, he gets an opportunity to play for one of the best developed organizations in football. And Adam Randall could be one of the elite pieces that helps form the running back room alongside Derrick Henry and other notable young pieces. So today, we're going to break down who Adam Randall is, how he got here, and why he could quietly become one of the biggest steals in the entire Ravens rookie class. But before we get into today's video, you guys are going to want to make sure to subscribe to Ravens Digest. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. As you know, it is completely free. Who doesn't like free things? So make sure to hit that subscribe button. And we're providing daily Ravens videos and updates every single day. You guys are not going to want to miss out on the content we are providing you guys at all. Now, before Clemson, Adam Randall was one of South Carolina's top prospects, with him starring at Myrtle Beach High School, one of South Carolina's best programs. He quickly established himself as one of the state's best playmakers due to his ability to make big down-the-field plays. He finished his high school career as a four-star recruit, and he was one of the highest wide receivers in the entire country. He had offers from South Carolina, Tennessee, VTech, NC State, Kentucky, West Virginia, and other schools, but chose to stay at Clemson and start a career with Dabo Swinney, one of the best college programs and one of college's best coaches. Now, his recruiting tape as a whole was filled with a bunch of highlights consisting of contested catches, very long touchdowns, and winning 50-50 balls. At the time, Clemson believed that they had gotten another NFL great wide receiver that could have a great wideout career and a long career in the NFL. But before he even had a chance to live up to those expectations, adversity had hit him in the strongest way. Going into that season, Randall arrived with high expectations but tore his ACL during a spring practice going into the 2022 season. He had lost out on an entire season of development and had to spend months rehabbing instead of learning Clemson's offense. In today's college football landscape, many players would have probably hit the transfer portal as we know of, but he continued to stay and trusted in his work ethic and his attitude to stay ready for that opportunity when it came. Now, after this perseverance, he finally became healthy, and then Clemson made a decision that changed the trajectory of his entire college career. As we talked about, he played wide receiver in his first couple of years, but in the 2025 season, he had made a switch to a running back, and a move wasn't purely based on the fact that he couldn't play wide receiver. The coaching staff wanted to get him on the field more consistently because of his talent. Now, learning running back meant learning vision, patience, reading blocks, pass protection, and ball security. But Randall purely embraced these challenges and wanted to use his natural pass catching skills as a wide receiver to move that into the backfield. This is something that NFL scouts always love to see due to his versatility, and 2025 was one of the best seasons in his entire career. He had very notable games such as Stanford and Clemson, and his tape showed nothing but him being able to fight through contact with pure toughness. All of these high-level games that he was a part of showed that he could legitimately play the wide receiver position as well as make a transition to the running back position and become an elite college player in this factor. Now, if we take a look at Randall's stats going out of Clemson, you could see the trajectory of his career as he started off as a wide receiver, getting 10 to 20 catches and 16 catches going into 2024. But in 2024, he saw a little bit of production due to the jet sweeps and the other plays, but 2025 was the year he made a full switch to the running back position. He had 168 carries with 814 yards, almost breaking 1,000 yards for a running back in college, which is very impressive. With the 5-yard average per carry and 10 touchdowns, Clemson used him as one of the most high-level players that they have seen, and his improvement from being a wide receiver to a running back was something that truly showed how his potential could be going into the NFL. Now, as we talked about from a draft perspective, some of the improvements that Randall was seeing was including his lack of reps as a running back showing up in pass protection and his technique lacking a bit due to his frame. Now, he has experienced drop passes, and which was one of the fewest reasons why he transitioned from a wide receiver to a running back. He wasn't a pure natural hands catcher. His skill set was pretty scheme dependent, and he didn't display a stop and start ability that was needed in a zone heavy scheme. Clemson's big-bodied ball carrier lacks the wiggle and elusiveness to make defenders miss in the phone booth. Now, some of the strengths that Randall lacked and had throughout this upcoming season was the fact that he is a very powerful running back and can get north to south very quickly with at his shoulders squared at the line of scrimmage. Now, wide receivers convert displays and have a level of patience for being a first-time running back, and he follows his blocks to the highest level of degree in power schemes. Now, due to this, he also was a very huge factor in the kick return and the pass protection game, which made Randall one of the most highly talented prospects coming out of Clemson and a very underrated them, in my opinion. Now, what does the film show about Randall specifically? Mostly specifically talking about his runs and his power as a running back. He has very good bursts throughout holes and is a very patient runner when it comes to sitting behind blockers. Another running back who was very patient in this sense in the NFL was Le'Veon Bell and the effectiveness of being able to wait for blocks to develop. He doesn't shy away from being a physical football player, and he can create mismatches from linebackers on a snap basis. He is also a running back who doesn't mind getting in the hole and blocking and provides high effort in situations every single time he is providing blocking and running for Clemson. Now, in terms of the Baltimore Ravens running back room, why was Baltimore interested in Adam Randall? The Baltimore Ravens always love versatile offensive players, and Randall can bring them a skill set that is not common due to him being a former wide receiver playing running back. His natural receiving ability is very high level, and he's very comfortable in space and can line up in multiple different positions. As we know with Baltimore's running back room, Derrick Henry is a pivotal piece, and we know he doesn't need to become a starter very soon. He gives Baltimore another developmental weapon with legitimate upside to be able to develop and have a high-level season for the Baltimore Ravens. Now, Adam Randall, as we talked about, where does he fit within this system? As we know, he doesn't need to be a running back one, but he can develop behind the veterans of Derrick Henry and Justice Hill. He can compete for depth chart opportunities and be able to be an elite red zone running back throughout this upcoming season. As well as this, we know during his time at Clemson, he was a very effective special teamer, and he could earn a role on special teams to be able to help the Ravens and Jesse Minter in that frame. Due to this versatility of what he can bring on the field, it allows him to have a high-level chance to make the 53-man roster and be able to contribute for the Baltimore Ravens from the preseason, but also throughout the 2026-2027 season. As we know, Eric DeCosta is a GM who always likes to find traits over production. Randall fits this philosophy and is a former blue-chip recruit. As we know, he switched positions for the good of his team and has a high football character and high upside. Due to his versatility, this is a player that has a very low-risk investment with intriguing long-term potential for Eric DeCosta and to be able to build for the Baltimore Ravens going into the 2026-27 season, but also for the entire future of his career in Baltimore. Now, in terms of an NFL comparison and a ceiling that I have for him, one of the realistic comparisons that I have for him is new New York Giant and former Purdue running back Tyrone Tracy Jr. Tyrone Tracy Jr., as we know, also transitioned from a wide receiver to a running back and came into the NFL with a very high receiving upside. Now, he has become a very polished runner for the New York Giants and is a great back in both a runner and a receiver perspective. But if we are looking at who I think Adam Randall's ceiling could be if he has that breakout season for Baltimore and gets the reps and opportunities for Baltimore, look no further than the elite 2016 season of David Johnson. If everything clicks, he has a lot of David Johnson's traits in terms of being a bigger framed body. He was also a former receiver, and he is a natural pass catcher that can create matchup problems. As we know, David Johnson was a very physical back and also had that highly talented level of speed for him to produce at all three levels as a running back. And the key is purely based on continuing to develop his instincts as a running back, and I believe David Johnson would be a perfect comparison for him if he has that level of trajectory and impact on a three-down situation. Now, as we know about Adam Randall and his journey has not been a pretty simple one, and it has been nothing but normal. He was an elite recruit, has dealt with an ACL injury, even switched his position, but now he gets an opportunity to be one of the best NFL organizations in the Baltimore Ravens and can be an elite running back in due time. Nobody expects him to become a star overnight, and especially some of the biggest steals for the Baltimore Ravens aren't just first-round picks. If Randall keeps developing the way that he has, Baltimore has quietly found another offensive weapon, and we know that the Baltimore Ravens and other NFL defenses should be scared of what the Baltimore Ravens could be hiding in their backfield in the future. Now, I want to hear from you guys. Do you think that Adam Randall has a real shot in Baltimore this season, or do you see him as a long-term developmental player that can benefit with waiting within some time and learning within the running back room? Now, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more Ravens daily content, as you know, within the Ravens Digest system, and I'll catch you guys on the next video of Ravens Digest. Until then, Ravens flock, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.